True Forex Funds has officially ceased operations and they are permanently closed. What the heck happened to True Forex Funds? How could they have solved this issue? And ultimately, what does this mean for other Forex prop firms and the Forex prop firm industry as a whole? Now, this is really sad to see because True Forex Funds at one point really was one of my favorite prop firms. I had multiple funded accounts with them. I had received a lot of payouts. My partner, Joe, had over $1 million worth of funding with them. It's sad to see as they truly were one of the good ones. At one point, if you go to their site, obviously you see this official closure notice where basically they are financially insolvent, basically meaning that they have ran out of money. So what does this mean? What the heck happened? And what does this mean for other Forex prop firms? What changes are going to be happening? And what should you ultimately be aware of as a trader? So obviously, we know kind of how this business works with Forex prop firms. Obviously, people that are taking the prop firm challenge and failing the prop firm challenge comes into the prop firm's bank account as income. And then payouts that are due are basically expenses for the prop firm. And so if there is less income coming in and there's more and more people that need to receive payouts, then this can cause a company to go insolvent. But why did this actually happen to True Forex Funds? Well, it all really started with the MetaQuotes issue. If you remember, True Forex Funds was one of the first to have their MetaTrader license kind of removed from them out of the blue. There wasn't any warning. There wasn't really at that time any other prop firms that had issues with MetaQuotes or had their license removed. And so what happened ultimately was they had this removed out of the blue. They have all these pending traders. They go for 3 months. I think it was 2.5 to 3 months where they weren't able to get any new income because they didn't have any other options. They were working on their C trader and match trader options, but they had no income for basically 2 to 3 months, which they still have all of their expenses. When they open up their business again, they still have all of these traders that need to be paid out. And so just to get back on their feet to open their business after the MetaTrader or the MetaQuotes license removal kind of started eating into their savings. And there's this quote or this tweet from Richard Nagy. He's the owner of True Forex Funds. And this was a week ago. So May 7th, it's May 13th at the time of this recording. He's talking about the reality of prop trading firms. And he says that the entire industry is going under significant shifts. A lot of rules are changing. And basically, he goes on to basically say what has been happening. And it's essentially what I just told you that, when their MetaTrader license was revoked, basically for the past 2 years that they were in business, their savings started draining. And over the past 3 months, it started draining their savings. And they had a backlog of over like 300 pending payments. And I like that he was transparent in all this stuff, but it's not great. There was supposedly about $1.2 million in payouts that were owed. And so this is a real problem. Now, I read this other tweet from, I believe, the owner of Lark Funding, another prop firm, and he basically goes on to address this issue of no A booking. So, originally when I got into the prop firm industry, I was told that, the prop firms use these challenges to find good traders that ultimately can become an asset to their prop firm, because obviously they go through this rigorous test. And if a prop trader can prove that they're due multiple payouts, then, hey, this trader is actually pretty good. So maybe instead of B booking them, maybe we should A book them and actually take them to the market and bet on the same side as their trades. And instead of this profitable trader becoming a huge liability to the company, they can actually become an asset to the company and help the company make money. But he's basically going on to say that this is really difficult to do, and it's not something that is really happening all that often. He said the same thing, right? It started with the MetaQuotes, and then they had over 300 delayed payouts, etc. So what ultimately needs to happen here in order for this to not happen? Is this also going to happen to other prop firms? And there's a chance, right, that this could happen to other prop firms. I think True Forex Funds was really at a disadvantage because they just had their license stripped from them. They had 3 months where they had no sort of income. So, this is likely not the case with a lot of other prop firms. However, that doesn't mean that these other prop firms could have a lot of really profitable traders that are acting as this huge liability on their balance sheet. And they have less income coming from people taking their challenges. That definitely could be the issue. But here's what needs to happen ultimately and how the prop firm industry is going to shape up. When we look at the futures prop firms, we don't really see a lot of these issues that we see with Forex prop firms. And that's because they have a little bit more difficult challenges. So we're either going to see that, challenge fees need to become more expensive in the prop firm industry, or challenges need to become more difficult to pass. I think you'll look at, the firms that have been around the longest, the ones like FTMO or the 5%ers. Generally, these guys have more expensive challenge fees. They generally have harder to pass rules also. Maybe they have 10% profit target in phase one instead of 6%, and they have stricter drawdown requirements. We also may see other things starting to happen, like maybe a maximum 2% risk per trade. So there's some sort of restriction there, or some sort of consistency rules. Obviously, we see those a lot in the futures market. So those sort of consistency rules may need to have to come to the Forex prop firm industry. We'll see. It depends really on the health of these prop firms. And I imagine that we'll see FTMO kind of leading the way, like we see with kind of everything in the Forex prop firm industry. And by the way, for those of you guys that are members trading with us inside of Blue Edge Financial, we are almost finished replicating our leaderboard with all of our top strategies for the futures market. So very soon you'll be able to trade both in Forex and futures. And if you're somebody that's looking to become a funded trader, we guarantee we can help you become a funded trader. We've helped over 750 people do that. So if you're interested, again, we guarantee your success. Go to www.propfarming.com. Now, ultimately, what does this mean for you as a trader? As a trader, this basically means that you're going to have to basically get better. These prop firms, they're going to have to enforce some more rules to make it harder for people to get payouts or to pass challenges. So this is just the reality of what's going to happen. The entire industry is going to have to continue to change and reform, as any industry changes and reforms as challenges come up. Do I think this is the end of prop firms for CFD prop firms or Forex prop firms? I don't. I don't think the Forex prop firm industry is going to go anywhere. It's not. There's too much demand from traders. The rules are just going to have to change a little bit, and that's ultimately what's needing to happen. So it's sad to see what's happened with True Forex Funds. Again, MetaQuotes revoking their license out of the blue really kind of hurt them quite a bit. So it'll be interesting to see if other prop firms that had some notice before getting their license revoked and were able to continue to open their doors just on Match Trader or C Trader, if they're going to have the same issue or not. So let me know your comments down below. What you make of all of this. Have I missed the mark on something? And any other insight that you have. Like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, and we'll see you on another video.